Bonjour and welcome to Paris Top Tips. Today we continue our Discovering Paris Neighborhoods series, venturing into the lively Latin Quarter. After exploring the romantic vibes of Montmartre and the historic charms of Le Marais, get ready to immerse yourself in the lively streets and iconic landmarks of this remarkable Parisian neighborhood. Let me embark you on a captivating loop stroll throughout the Latin Quarter, discovering 20 must-see destinations along the way. Make sure to check out the description box below this video, where you'll find the link to the map of the stroll on Google My Maps. We kick off our loop at the lively Place Monge, where a vibrant market awaits you on Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. Explore the bustling stalls filled with fresh produce, local delicacies and captivating sights, immersing yourself in the vibrant atmosphere that sets the tone for our journey through the Latin Quarter. Place Monge is one of the most delightful markets in Paris. It is known to offer a very diverse range of fresh produce, culinary delights and gastronomic treasures. So get ready to savor the vibrant flavors and immerse yourself in the bustling ambience. As we continue our loop, the first stage leads us to the enchanting Saint-Médard Church. Nestled in the heart of the Latin Quarter, this lovely church is a true gem of architectural beauty and historical significance. Located at the south end of the Rue Mouffetard, Saint-Médard is a captivating church whose construction commenced in the early 15th century and reached completion during the 18th century. During the second stage of our loop, we'll embark on a leisurely walk along the entire length of Rue Mouffetard, ultimately arriving at the splendid Saint-Etienne-du-Mont. For cheese enthusiasts, the renowned fromagerie Androuet is an absolute paradise with over 200 different types of cheese. Rue Mouffetard is an iconic street, brimming with charm and lined with quaint shops, lively cafes, and enticing food establishments. It offers a delightful sensory experience. As we make our way through the vibrant atmosphere of Rue Mouffetard, we witness the vibrant street life and immerse ourselves in the unique ambience of this historic thoroughfare. Unfortunately, the cobblestone pathway is a pedestrian street only in its southern part. If you're there by lunchtime or dinner time, La Crête is one of the best Greek restaurants in Paris. Behind this wall, under the huge mural, the courtyard of a primary school. Close to the top of Rue Mouffetard, the charming Place de la Contrescarpe is a lively square, adorned with inviting cafes, with bustling terraces, and a central fountain creating a vibrant atmosphere. After Place de la Contrescarpe, there's only a few hundred meters for the Rue Mouffetard. When you arrive at the crossroads with Rue Clovis, you can see the beautiful Saint-Etienne-du-Mont Church. This architectural masterpiece combines elements of both Gothic and Renaissance styles, captivating visitors with its intricate carvings and stunning stained glass windows. The pulpit dates from 1650. And the organs are the oldest in Paris. But the church is best known for its 16th century jubé or rood screen. Real stone lace, it's the only one in the capital. The church also contains the tombs of dramatist Jean Racine and mathematicians Blaise Pascal. But what makes this church so unique is that it houses the shrine of Sainte-Genevieve, the patron saint of Paris. Leaving Saint-Etienne-du-Mont, our next stage on this loop will bring us to La Sorbonne University. Next to the church was an abbey, which was demolished in 1804. Only the old bell tower survived, and is now part of the Lycée Henri IV, one of Paris' most renowned high schools. We are here just behind the Panthéon. But before going to visit it, let's see the building where someone quite famous lives today. Does this building remind you of something? Yes, you guessed it right. Emily in Paris lives here on the top floor, on the beautiful Place de l'Estrapade. And here is the neighborhood bakery she patronizes, as well as the restaurants where the one she would love to love works. I took a sandwich at the bakery, and I enjoy sitting on a bench, watching tourists take pictures of the place where one of their heroes lives. But let's get back to our walk, and now let's visit the Panthéon. Majestically perched on the hill of Sainte-Genevieve, the Panthéon is a true marvel of neoclassical architecture. Originally built as a church, it now serves as a mausoleum and final resting place for many illustrious figures of French history. Under the grand dome of the Panthéon lies a breathtaking sight, the Foucault Pendulum. Suspended from the ceiling, this pendulum is a mesmerizing demonstration of the Earth's rotation. As it swings back and forth, the pendulum appears to change direction, showcasing the rotation of the Earth beneath it. It is a fascinating reminder of the intersection of science, art and architecture within the grand halls of the Panthéon. What is also fascinating is it has all the attributes of a church, but it's not a church anymore. If you are ready to climb 203 steps, there's a great view waiting for you at the top of the dome. It is one of the rooftops featured in my 8 free rooftops video. From there, visitors are rewarded with a breathtaking panoramic view of Paris, where iconic landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame Cathedral, and the River Seine paint a mesmerizing picture of the City of Light. Beneath the Panthéon lies an underground mausoleum, a final resting place for notable figures including Voltaire, Rousseau, Victor Hugo, and Marie Curie, creating a solemn space that honors the intellectual and cultural legacy of France. There are 81 individuals resting here, the last one being buried here being Josephine Baker in 2021. To the great men from a grateful nation, this is what is written on the pediment of the Panthéon. This is the price for a 3-bedroom flat in this part of Paris. We are just opposite the Luxembourg Gardens. I know it's an English company, but Pret makes great sandwiches. Place de la Sorbonne is a beautiful square, surrounded by historic buildings, including the prestigious Sorbonne University, making it a hub of intellectual energy and a gathering place for students, scholars, and visitors alike. The Sorbonne Chapel is enclosed in the monumental complex of the University of the Sorbonne. It was the private chapel of the Sorbonne College and then of the University Faculties of Paris. Unfortunately, it can't be visited, even if I've been told that it is magnificent. The next stage of our stroll will bring us to the Saint-Michel Fontaine. Opposite this crossroads is the Musée de Cluny. The garden in front of the Musée de Cluny is called Samuel Paty. He was a history teacher in secondary school who was beheaded in an Islamic terror attack in 2020. The Musée de Cluny is a museum of medieval art. Its building combines Roman-era termae, the terme de Cluny, including a well-preserved frigidarium, and the 15th century Hôtel de Cluny. There are around 23,000 artifacts in the museum dating from the Gallo-Roman period up until the 16th century. The Louvre has its Mona Lisa, the Cluny Museum has the Lady and the Unicorn. This invaluable series of 6 tapestries is exhibited in a room with suitable lighting so as not to damage them. Can you imagine a museum without a shop before the exit? Next on our stroll is another beautiful church, Saint-Séverin. This church, built between the 13th and 17th century in the flamboyant Gothic style, is one of the oldest churches that remain standing on the left bank. Most of the stained glass dates from the late 15th century. But superb windows illustrating the 7 sacraments, created by Jean Bazin, illuminate the apse chapels. These stained glass windows are for me as beautiful as those of the Sainte-Chapelle. Rue Saint-Séverin and Rue de la Harpe then takes us to the Fontaine Saint-Michel. The monumental Fontaine Saint-Michel is located in Place Saint-Michel, just near the Seine River. It features the Archangel Michael wrestling with the devil. We start the next stage of our loop stroll by Rue de la Huchette. Rue de la Huchette is a pedestrian street parallel to the river, famous for its theaters, jazz clubs, and Greek restaurants. Le Caveau de la Huchette is the most famous jazz club in Paris. In the following street, all these people are queuing in front of the famous English bookshop, Shakespeare and Company. Personally, I like books, but I prefer cakes. And here you can get the best choux à la crème or cream puffs in Paris. I couldn't resist. I love Odette's choux à la crème. You have a great view on Notre Dame here, but while we can't visit it at the moment, let's go to Saint-Julien-le-Pauvre. It has also been created in the 13th century, but since 1889 it is a Greek Catholic church. Next to the church is the oldest tree in Paris. It is a locust tree planted in 1602. Let's go down to the quay to continue our walk. It will be much calmer and much more pleasant. As you can see, it's still impossible to visit Notre Dame. When you reach Pont de la Tournelle, go back to street level so as to visit the Institut du Monde Arabe, Arab World Institute. Housed within the institution are a museum, library, auditorium, restaurants, offices and meeting rooms. But what we are here for is the free terrace that offers a great view on Paris and the Seine River. When you're down from the Institut du Monde Arabe, get back to the quay and admire the statue of Sainte-Genevieve, Saint Patron of Paris. Continuing our stroll by the river is the Jardin Tino Rossi, both a park and an outdoor sculpture garden featuring over 50 works by late 20th century sculptors, including Alexander Calder, Constantin Brancusi, and Jean Art. While the promenade is generally considered a success, the works of sculpture have suffered over time from degradation and vandalism. At the end of the Jardin Tino Rossi, just cross the street and you are at the Jardin des Plantes. The Jardin des Plantes is the main botanical garden in France. If you want to see more of the Jardin des Plantes as a park, please refer to one of my latest videos on the 7 parks to cool off in Paris. The Jardin des Plantes is also the Natural History Museum of Paris, with its marvelous Grande Galerie de l'Évolution, the Gallery of Paleontology and Comparative Anatomy, and 5 beautiful metal frame greenhouses. There is also a small zoo in the Jardin des Plantes. Let's start the last stage of our stroll in the Latin Quarter. First on our route is the Great Mosque of Paris. It is the oldest mosque in metropolitan France. The mosque was built following the Moorish style and its minaret is 33 meters high. Our last visit will be to the Arènes de Lutèce. But before that, let's stop for a few moments in the very pretty Square Capitan. The Arènes de Lutèce, arenas of Lutetia, built in the 1st century AD, were a theatre that could seat 15,000 people and was also used as an amphitheatre to show gladiatorial fights. Today, it's a small park. Et voilà, we finished the loop and we're back at Place Monge. I hope you liked this video. If so, please like it and subscribe to my channel.